Did you do 5?
Did 5.
Okay, we're gonna warm up.
Warming up. You gonna do biceps?
No, this is lower body day.
Shoot.
You always want to do upper body stuff.
That's why I got the guns out.
Nope. Lower body. My legs are still so sore from Monday.
Oh, a couple buddies. I had to tell them to place. They weren't listening.
Usually when mom gets the big weights out, they do, but not when you're home.
They love their dad.
They do.
Position yourself in a way that you get the shot you want.
Are you sore already?
I'm sore from yesterday. Did a sandbag workout with Mr. Seth Ferroche. It's my first one. Not a great time to start trying sandbag workouts, but I actually really liked it. It spikes my heart rate like crazy, but I know I'm in good shape because I recovered really quick before the rounds. Like it'd be up at like 160 and then drop to like 100 in like less than a minute. Ironman stuff. But to the soreness point, we usually do strength work on Wednesday evenings, and it's actually a really good activation for the rest of the week. Like I'm usually pretty sore today from still some lingering soreness from the weekend. Tuesdays we have usually a pretty big bike workout, and then we swim Wednesday mornings, strength in the evening, and I usually always feel better for my long run on Thursday mornings after we lift weights, especially lower body. So it's all part of the plan.
Nope. These veins in my arm. Like I never had these before.
Imagine if we did more biceps.
Imagine if I took more pre-workout. My insides are burning.
It's weird. Look at this fresh new running hat. I know you all have been looking at it since we started the video. SP, Sport Performance. See on the side here? It says run shit, because I run shit.
Athlete.
This is launching with several really nice sports performance pieces for All-American Roughneck August Release. Really pumped. This is Bob's stuff. Along with these new sport performance shorts. All reflective, actual reflective logos. One there, on the back of the leg, little zipper pocket, put your keys in. And this material, it's so crazy. Like me and Seth were both in the sauna together yesterday, and like the sweat was puddling on the shorts. Like it wasn't soaking through, came out, dried off with a towel. These didn't even get wet. So super nice. They'll be available in 2 colorways. Kim's
Let's get to work.
She hates
I like
it.
to move.
Okay, Miss Hit Action. How many weeks, honey?
A little less than 8.
How are you feeling?
Good. I feel good. I feel strong. There's always a thought in the back of my head if I'm peaking too early. But we're still making progress. We're still getting stronger on the bike. I'm still getting stronger in weights.
We just upped your FTP.
Yeah, I think it's at 220 now.
Damn.
The last few outdoor rides that we've done together, like 4 hours, 3.5, my end power has been like 170. So now she thinks that I should be able to hold that.
Well, I think you can too, just not inside.
Yeah, no, not inside on a trainer. Outside seems to be easier to do that. But I mean, Texas is the first full distance I did and like held my power. So we'll see.
What's your expectation for the run?
I just want to go under 4 hours, but I'd love to average something in the 8s if possible, but I don't know if that, even just high 8s would be cool. I'd be excited for that. But yeah, I feel good. I'm excited to get there. Grateful to be healthy finally, which is good.
I mean, you never really had any problems with the bike and the swim as far as injuries go. Like, what was holding you back on the run? And what do you think was like the turning point, like where you're like, hey, I feel healthy, I feel capable of getting back into running again?
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest thing is when I tore my hip after Florida in 2023, I was way too eager to get back into it. So 2024, I pretty much was injured the entire year. After Worlds, I said to myself, lay off everything and just go train as I wish. And of course, my main thing was CrossFit. And I've stuck with that religiously, I'd say, up until now. I've had a few weeks where I, backed off a little bit, but not even that. I think I figured out my eating, and I somehow dropped like 15 pounds. Is it 15 pounds? Yeah, it was like 140 last year, and I'm like 125 now. And I think that made a huge difference. Reduced inflammation, lost a lot of weight, but somehow stronger. But I relay a lot of it just to showing up every day and making sure my body stays strong. At least for me, that's what I need. So, yeah, I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Can't let it hit. Kim's a Nazi about it.
Good form, good form. Man, 145. I'm impressed.
Hey, don't be telling the internet how much that was. That was
All right.
315.
That's 315.
For reps.
Feel good?
Yeah, it feels good.
You're strong. You just gotta do it. That's all.
Look at this new Rad Globals. Black with the gum sole.
Gum. Sick. Are you sponsored?
Not yet. Keyword, yet.
He came home and said he wants to be sponsored.
I don't know. They seem like a pretty rad company.
Rad. You're rad.
So is your mom.
You gonna do some bicep curls now
Yep.
with that barbell?
Nope. All right, we are done the 5x5 with the RDLs. We did do a brief warm-up. It's not exciting, so we didn't film it, but we usually start with a few exercises that will put us in a good position for the main set items. We started with, what are those banded knee things called?
TKEs.
TKEs, or
Total knee extensions.
total knee extensions, which I thought they were like not that important until I started doing them, and it's just a great way to activate your quads and get everything in your knee moving properly, right, Kim?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did those. We did some push-ups. We did some thrusters, the hips. And then what else did
Bridges.
we do? Glute bridges, and then a little dowel stretch for the shoulders, get those warmed up. I did 3 sets of biceps, so I look good on camera, and a couple lateral raises. But now we're going to get into some heel elevated squats. I usually do them with a kettlebell, goblet squat style. What else are we going to do?
Well, we're gonna do a few other things. Probably some single leg glute bridges, like heel elevated single leg glute bridges.
Yep.
Just
Cool.
Isolating the glute, hamstring.
Sounds good.
Tried to get you to do clamshells. You weren't having it.
I do not do clamshells.
It says those are a no-go for
Nope.
men. You like this exercise, don't you?
I do. It's because I usually have a hard time activating my glutes.
Mm-hmm.
Elevating the heel gets them going.
And then like a front load weight gives you depth.
Yeah, and it kind of, it forces me into that depth.
Good form.
I have shitty hip mobility. We're working on it. The most recent bib Ironman Texas, where I didn't finish. That's what DNF stands for. I had that hanging up for the 3 or 4 months leading into Placid as just a reminder. I never want to be in this fucking position ever again. My favorite medal on the wall, World Championships from St. George. I think this is one of the coolest medals. But close second is Lake Placid. Look at this fucking dinner plate. Super cool. And then my first one was this one, Ironman Florida. So that one has a special place. And then the year I did complete Texas has a Texas belt buckle. That one's super cool. Let's see, one of the most lackluster medals I've ever got. I did a 5K open water swim called Swim to the Moon, and they gave me a luggage tag on a lanyard. Like, I was so pumped to accomplish this, and then they hand me a luggage tag. Super disappointing. I won't be back. Actually, I will. That was really cool. And then just to brag on my wifey a little bit. She's got the 70.3 World Champs. She's got the full distance Ironman World Champs from Nice. And then we'll be heading to Kona, see if she can get number 3. So cool. We're gonna go in, we're gonna prep some dinner. I think steaks are on the agenda, which I'm super pumped about, as we didn't have time last night to do the steaks, so we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna weigh in on portion control. It's a little bit of a problem for some people, I think. Steaks? We're doing steaks?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We hungry. Not you boys. You ate already.
All right, we got some prime fillets. We usually do like 1 or 2 fillets and a New York strip. Some big old boys. I'm super basic when it comes to flavoring the steak. Like, I don't usually use any steak rubs or anything. Just a generous helping of Himalayan sea salt. Helps get a good crust on them. A little bit of pepper. Gotta do both sides. Kim roasted some veggies yesterday. We were all here shooting, so she made some food for everyone. This is just mushrooms, onions, carrots, roasted tomatoes. I think that's pretty much it. And then, like I said, just some pasta. Only thing that's on here is a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and then some parsley just for make me feel like I'm Italian. Boys, we gotta go start the grill. Wanna start the grill? Odes, we gotta start the grill, buddy. Go. I don't got nothing. Go get your brother. Good old Weber. Don't judge me on my grill looking dirty or whatever, okay?
Where's your ball? Get it. Get your ball. Come on, go. So where are we at, babe?
With what?
Prep. We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're
Yeah.
technically 3 weeks out. Like 3 weeks out to the start of race week. I guess if you're looking at it, it's like 4.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Over the weekend, I had one of my longest rides of the prep, which is 5 hours with some longer endurance and medium endurance efforts. And then we closed with 3 by 25-minute climbs, each of those building to a threshold effort So we found this spot out in Ligonier. It's about a 40-minute drive for us. There's a state park there. It's called Lynn Run. There's a climb that is nearly 25 to 30 minutes depending, and there's no cars. So it's really safe, easy way to get a full effort in. And around here we have plenty of elevation to climb, but it's a lot of rolling hills, and I mean, it's not hills, like it's mountainous terrain around here, but it's hard to get a solid 30-minute section in. And considering Nice is literally you're climbing for hours on end, we're trying to replicate that as much as possible. So we did that on Saturday. I had a 45-minute run off the bike, and then Sunday I did an 18-mile marathon workout, which did get spicy because it was humid as all hell that day. Honestly, the longest week I've had in 2 years. And that was mainly because work has been so crazy over the last, 6 to 9 months that we dialed back my training quite a bit to make sure I was recovering, because work was so busy. I was trying to fit, 18, 20, 22 hours in, and then my workouts were suffering because I wasn't recovered. So we finally got work and everyone at work in a position that I'm not needed as heavily, still there for the day-to-day, the decision-making, still a big part of the creative with all the brands, but this kind of allowed me to take a little bit more time in the morning, come home a little bit earlier in the evening to get those evening sessions in, and so far, I think I'm handling it pretty well. I'm super excited to get to France. We had an amazing trip last year. And now that we kind of know the area, know what to expect as far as language barrier and where to get the foods I like to eat, where to get the foods Kim likes to eat. And we're taking that kind of learning curve away. So I think the first couple days will be a lot more enjoyable than like culture shock that we had last time.
Yeah, so one more big weekend.
Yeah, one more big weekend.
And then we pretty much start packing. I mean, we should start packing now.
Yeah, it takes us a few weeks to pack.
We're a mess.
We are not a mess. We like to be overly prepared. Sometimes I'd say we overpack quite a bit, but I've been in so many situations at races where I wish I had some cold weather gear, or I wish I would have brought more tank tops and shorts for the week. So, I mean, especially going overseas, I come prepared because we got there last year and it was like 80s, 85s, like it was super nice, but the mornings were cool. And then your race morning was pretty comfortable, but then when you got to the summit,
I was freezing.
like it was freezing at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it didn't last long, but still, you just never know.
You gotta be prepared for those things. I don't want the elements to be the limiting factor as to why I didn't have a good race. So.
Or just always having that on your mind. Like, you're prepared, you have the stuff, no reason to worry about it, so.
All right, let's see how we did on the grill marks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very nice.
What's like your number one goal, or, that one thing you want to accomplish while we're in France, while you're racing?
Well, I know it's not going to be like a PR course time just because of how challenging the bike is. But I would really love to throw down like a really good run off the bike. And I don't think the fatigue of the bike is going to be a limiting factor to me on the run. I think it's going to be more so like me just making sure I stayed on top of fueling the whole time. And the only other element that could come into play is the heat if it gets too hot. But the run course super flat, and it's just a bunch of out and backs. I think it's 4 or 5 loops. Four loops on the promenade in Nice. So you're literally running along the water, and it's literally iconic. So I'm really excited just for that experience on the run. And I'd love to run to my full potential. I'm a phenomenal runner. It's questionably my best leg of an Ironman, so I'd love to really showcase that and see what I'm made of. All right, let's see how we did. Pretty solid to me. We like our steaks like medium rare. As soon as they come off the grill, I do let them rest for like 5 minutes or so, or while we're heating up the rest of our food. And then I usually always cut everything up for me and Kim. Sometimes like we'll do, like I said, that like a New York strip and a filet, and we'll kind of split everything just because I love New York strips. All right, and last but not least, to finish the steak, right here. This was a gift from Seth Feroci. Best flaky sea salt you'll ever have. Makes all the difference. All right, portion control. You might not be able to see this scale when I put the plate over it. But get yourself a scale and then put your plate on, and then you can zero it. So then whatever you put on the plate, you know what it weighs. I weigh everything in grams just because when I was working with Matt Jansen on my nutrition, everything he gave to me was in grams. So then it just, I don't know, that's the route I went, and I know what equals what as far as grams to actual carb intake or protein intake. So I just want to show you something, because it was like as soon as I started weighing my food, it was a big eye opener as to like how much I was actually overeating, like especially like in my fat days. And actually this is perfect. 180 grams of filet. So roughly about 45 to 50 grams of protein. Am I right on that, Kim? Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm kind of striving for with every actual meal, is 40 to 50 grams of protein. And then as far as carbs, tonight I'm doing pasta. And I think I'm gonna eat all of this because I have like 3 hours of training tomorrow. Okay, and that's about 180 grams of pasta, and I think a serving is around 40 carbs, and that's what, 56 grams? Okay, so I'm over 3 servings here. It doesn't look like a massive amount of food, okay? And this is because I have a big training day tomorrow. I get so many DMs when I post my food that, oh, it doesn't look like a big portion. I thought you ate big. Well, I don't need this much food for every single meal. I'm eating this because I have a big workout tomorrow. So an actual serving of this pasta, here, I'll pull it to the side here. It's honestly about like 10 noodles or less. Like what's right here is 40 carbs. I'm going to eat about 120. So anyone that is like in a fat loss stage or looking to lose weight, you don't need 120 carbohydrates. Like just, and I said this to Kim the other night, I feel like a big misconception with prepping food. People will weigh out their food and they'll be like, oh, there's my portion of pasta. And like they'll see the number on the scale and they'll be like, okay, there it is. Well, it doesn't look like much. I'm just going to add a few more. And then mentally, they still think they hit the number they weighed. I say this because I was a fat guy. I did always justify what I was doing on my plate with as far as portions go. So just remember these things if you are and your goal is weight loss. These things add up so freaking quick. Pasta, the bread that you're eating, like all of those things are very high in carbohydrates for pretty small portions. So think about that before you think you know what the macros are, what you're putting on your plate. Last but not least, some veggies. These don't count. These are free calories. Basically 50% vegan. All right, that's it. We're about to eat, so I'm going to cut it there. Not a crazy, great, over-the-top vlog, but I wanted to get something out to you guys. I got super busy last week shooting stuff for Axe and Sledge. This is AAR content week, and then this weekend is blog weekend, so you guys know I'm working all weekend. to get everything up on the site for Sunday night so everyone can see all the cool shit that we got dropping next week. But yeah, just a few takeaways. Stick to your weight training. Watch your portions. I'll try to do a deeper dive into the meals that I usually go to throughout the week. I don't vary that much. Like it's usually beef, chicken, rice, pasta, or some sort of potato, and then just season differently accordingly. But I can probably weigh in on like what a lower calorie day looks like, and then versus a higher calorie day for like refeeding from a workout, and then feeding for a bigger workout the next day. So 3 weeks out from Nice, I'll try to get a few more vlogs out between now and then. We'll hopefully vlog the trip, and I just appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. So like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, and thanks for watching. Bye, Kim.